Hey, Dex here with another achievement guide on Resident Evil 3. In this video we're going to go through all of the collectibles available in what I'm going to call Act 1, which is basically just the downtown area where you need to get the power back on for the subway. You'll see exactly where I'm talking about when you're going through the video. Once we get the power back on, that's when we'll end the video and move on to the next one. Anyway, so we've got quite a lot of collectibles in Act 1 to get, including files, dolls, weapons, locks, and safes that all need to be opened. So we're going to start off in Jill's apartment at the very start of the game. When you first get control of her, you've got three notes, should I say, on the wall to pick up, and one alongside you. They are Jill's report, investigation notes, unsealed envelope, and a message from a colleague. You'll then have a bit of a chase scene to do, and once you finish that chase scene you'll end up down in that subway where we were just at. Turn around, go up the stairs, and you'll find a Bobble Head that you need to shoot, because obviously Bobble Heads are also another collectible that you need to find. So once you've done that Bobble Head, you'll go down into the subway, into the train station, into the train as you just saw, and then if you come out the train on the left hand side you will find the UBCS crafting guide. Going up the stairs from there, just ahead, you will find the Tabloid front page, which is where we are just there. And then from there, we'll go up the stairs slightly further and get the UBCS Herb field manual. And that should be us for the subway. So coming out of there, you'll kind of have this fiery area and ask you to go somewhere. If you turn around and go towards the donut shop, inside the donut shop you'll find a Bobble Head. Then if you want to do a U-turn, come out of the donut shop and go to your right up these stairs, round the corner, following this metal walkway, you will find a green door. Inside the green door we're going to find a safe, we're going to find a note, and we're going to find a Bobble Head. So this is the safe, which is right in front of you. The key for the safe is 937. So that's the number 9, the number 3, the number 7. From there, literally directly to the left of it, you can see the arrow already. You will find a note, which is the drugstore's owner's journal. So there you go, if you want to pick that up and read it. If you want to do a 180, don't go out the door, go to the right hand side, and you will find another Bobble Head to shoot on the top of the shelves. And that's us done for that little area there. So then if we go back through the donut shop, we'll go to Kite Bros Railway, which is just on the other side of the donut shop on the right hand side. You see that big red neon sign. We want to go in there, and there's going to be quite a lot of collectibles within this building, so we're going to have to go backwards and forwards because unfortunately we can't get them all at once. So there are some locks to pick in here, for example, that we can't get without the lockpick. Please note, if you see any jumping just like a couple of feet, that is because I'm just taking out the zombies, because I don't think YouTube's going to like it very much. Anyway, inside this room, which is if you just go right the way around and in, you will find the subway employees memo. And if you want to come back out of there and go to the right hand side, which is kind of like the control room for the railway, we'll be back here later for actually a mission related task. But in there you will find the railway manual, and just to the left of the railway manual on the floor, I think, or it might have been on the table. Let me just double check. Yeah, floor, I was right the first time. You will find a Bobble Head that you can shoot and take out. Right, so now we're going to go back on with our story. We'll have picked up a fire hose and we'll be going into this repair shop once we go through the fire. We'll also pick up them wire cutters, which we'll need for the story. But first of all, go in for the repair shop, and you will find the trainer log just right next to that man who is no longer with us, we shall call it. So now I'm going to do a little bit of backlogging now that we have the wire cutters, because we can go get the shotgun, which is located in the Kite Bros Railway. So again, if you just go to the donut shop and go through the donut shop towards the Kite Railway, it is in the room where the subway's employee memo is, which is the one that's like straight ahead of you when you go through this door, but you do need to go right the way around to get into it. In there you'll find a case which has been locked, but you can now use your wire cutters and you'll be able to pick up a shotgun just on that right hand side in that gun cupboard. Snip it open with your wire cutters. There we go. Now we've got the shotgun, we're going to go back to the repair shop, which was just next to the fire, which was the one we just did before, which was where the training log was. We're going to go up the stairs and out of this room. Then once we're out of there, we're going to go turn right and go down right again, when we're going to find another person who is also no longer with us, and find the UBCS Suicide Note, which we can pick up. And just to the left of us as well, we will find the Electricians Note. So you do a 180, then go head straight on, and on the right hand side you can just see that little poster on the wall. That is the Electricians Note, which we can read. 3 pages long, basically telling you if you shoot an electric thing, it makes a big electric explosion. So the next thing we're going to go to is this, what we're going to call the control room. There's not really a lot of description for this one and on what I can call it, so we'll call it the control room because it's just next to the reboot of the electricity. Again, you may have noticed I did take that guy out, but we didn't want to show it. So the first thing we want to do is pick up the fax from the Substation chief, which is on the table. Then if you do a 180, sitting on the barrel is a hip pouch. When I decide to look at it properly, there we go. It's not on a barrel, it's in a set of stairs. A hip pouch, which is going to increase your bag size. It'll also give you another achievement if you haven't already picked that up. And we'll also, finally in this room, number 3 item, because everything goes in 3s apparently, they'd like to hide 3 things in every room. We will find a Bobble Head, which I'm going to dramatically shoot with a shotgun, because I've run out of pistol ammo. But that's the Bobble Head taken care of. So we're going to go outside and back down the stairs, and right at the end of these stairs, we will find a Green Herb's key work. Key work? They work, not key work. I can't read my own writing. I can't write my own oh god. We'll ignore that and move on. So we've got that one there, which was the Green Herbs They Work. Then just opposite, we were already looking at it, we'll find the Substation's internal memo. At this point, we will get a picklock. We'll call it picklock because I'm forgetting the name of what I've got. But anyway, we can now lock a lockpick. Not picklock, lockpick. Anyway, we want to backtrack now. We're going to backtrack quite a bit. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can do it the way I've done it, which is you can backtrack and go do these before carrying on with the story, and this way it makes it a bit easier because there's less enemies to deal with. So that first one was in the power room, which is what we'll call that one with the red door. The second one is in the garage, which is what we're looking at the moment. The third one is going to be in the donut shop on the left hand side. The fourth lockpick is going to be in the Kite Bros Railway room, which we'll go to in a second. And actually I'll take this point to talk to you about your 2 options. So you can either backtrack just straight away as soon as you get the lockpick to go and get these things, and that way there's a lot less enemies and nothing to really worry about. Or the odd enemy might still be here, but nothing really to worry about. Or you can progress with the story and you may have a nasty surprise waiting for you whilst you're trying to do these things. It's definitely possible, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend, if you're going for the collectibles, doing it the way I've done it. So this is what I was mentioning, the Kite Bros Railway. You will find a lockpick in there. And also in this building, we will find one in what we'll call the control room. In this room here, which will be powered up later on, like I say. So if you go into here and lockpick this suitcase, we will have that one ticked off. 2 more lockpicks to go, 3 more actually. This one is in the subway. I didn't really show it very well in terms of maps, but it's right near the start of this level. Then we want to go into this toy shop, which is opposite the donut shop. If you're looking at the donut and did a 180 and look behind you, you'll see this big blue building, which we can now use our lockpick to get into. And there will be 2 collectibles in this room. The first of which is your Charlie doll sign, which is on the wall here. And the second thing is a Bobble Head, which is amongst all of these other dolls. Shoot that and you will done. And we now have one final one to collect, which is Chad's Notes. So this is where, if you were doing the story, you would have 4 power things to repower up. If you get the third one, which is like literally where I'm standing, you might need to use your map to kind of definitively know where I'm at. But this should be the third one. You click into place, then you go through here. You'll not miss going through this place because you have to go up these stairs. And on the floor you will find Chad's Notes, which will be the last collectible for what I'm calling of Act 1 in Downtown. But I hope this guide helps out for you. If it does, please hit that like button. If we can get 20 likes, that would be really, really awesome. I would love to get 20 likes. Subscribe to be able to get all the rest of the guides as and when they come up. And leave a comment down below if you've got any questions about anything that I've done in the guide today. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!